Peace, peace. Ali, coming back at you on behalf of SAliMyers.com. Alright, in this video, I want to talk about karma. Karma is one of those things that people have a lot of definitions about, and to be honest, a lot of misconceptions about karma. So I wanted to make this video, very short video, very clear video, to let you know what karma is. Look at karma as cause and effect. That's one of the ways that you can look at karma. Because I did this, I'm going to experience this. Now let me use a mundane example. If a stove is on and it's hot, and you touch it, you're going to get burnt more than likely. Why? Because the stove is hot, and why? Because you touched it. The effect is you're going to get burnt. So you can look at the karma as being burnt by touching a stove. Let me use another example. If you're married or in a committed relationship, if you step outside of that relationship and have sex with someone else, then that's classified as cheating. Because you cheated, the effect is you can lose your family, you can lose your home, you can lose your relationship. The person that you're with can end up cheating on you. But that is the effect. Why? Because you decided to cheat. So karma, in a sense, is just a balancing mechanism built into the universe. Because you did XYZ, you're going to experience ABC. That's the way it works. Now, the add-on or the plus degree dealing with karma is it doesn't only pertain to this lifetime. So say that 20 lifetimes you were someone who, let's say you were a butcher and you chopped up meat. Well, in this lifetime, say you're not a butcher, but you have a tendency to want to cook a lot. You're always in the kitchen, you're always chopping up meat, but you're not a butcher. You could be a white collar worker or something. You could be like an engineer or something, but you just love to cook, and particularly you like to chop up meat. Because you have so many lifetimes as a butcher, the effect or the karma is you're going to have a tendency to want to cut up meat. Now, if you want to take it even further, that energy can transfer over to maybe like a Jeffrey Dahmer where you're chopping up human body parts. So the karma can play out a myriad of ways. But essentially, the effect is because you were a butcher, that energy is going to take form in many different ways. So when we look at karma, we look at it from not just one lifetime, because that's the mistake people make. I didn't do anything. Why is this happening to me? Because you could have done something previous lifetimes. So when we look at karma as an enlightened individual, as a highly conscious individual, we don't take into account just one single lifetime, but karma in a sense is a culmination of all your previous incarnations. So look at where you are right now. Where you are right now in 2016 in this incarnation is just an effect of all your previous lifetimes. So when we look at karma, look at it as culmination of everything that you've done before, and it's leading you to this point where you are now. Now karma, and it's going to sound like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, because karma in a sense is not real. Once you become enlightened or get to a certain level of intelligence, spiritual intelligence, you'll understand that karma is an agreed upon system. Now, why do I say that? Because everything in this reality is an illusion. In the deepest sense of the word, this is an illusion. It's not an illusion where if you walk out in the street and get hit by a car, you're not going to die. But that death is an illusion because you truly don't die. So this world that we lived in is very much an optical hologram. In fact, metaphysicians or quantum mechanics will tell you that we live in a holographic universe or a hologram. Things aren't as they appear. So karma is not real in that sense. And once you become enlightened, because enlightened means that you have separated yourself so much from human thought and you resonate more on the God frequency. Once you rise above human thought, you don't have the effects that most humans have. So when you look at enlightenment and karma, that's what you're wanting to do as a human. You're wanting to evolve, become enlightened, so you rise above the human condition. This involves reincarnation. This involves having so much desires that you always draw your energy back to earth. And desires is one of the things that many of us come to earth because you can transition. Say you transition your last lifetime, you like, man, I should have wrote that book. In the previous life, before that, you like, man, I should have wrote that book. Well, when you get into the ethers or the heaven or the afterlife, because you have the desire to complete a book, that energy can bring you right back down to earth. So that is sort of like karma, cause and effect. Because I have this desire to complete a book, I'm going to come back to earth. Enlightenment helps you raise above the human mindset where you have so much human desire and you can just let it go. Once you begin to detach yourself from certain things, that karma has to automatically be erased because you're above the cycle of reincarnation or incarnating over again. Another way to decrease your karma or the negative effects of karma, because karma is good when it's good, but what I'm referring to is mostly the bad karma that people put themselves into. Another way of erasing your quote-unquote bad karma is to give dharma. Dharma is the light and just helping people. Dharma is when you share information, when you're doing kind deeds, when you're doing certain things that raise the vibration of this planet. When you do so much work like that, it's going to automatically erase your karma because you're giving light to the situation. And I'm just going to use a simple example. Look at karma as dark. Not dark in a sense where it's negative and stuff like that, but just dark in a sense where it's like unknown and just to polarize it. So look at dharma or karma as dark and look at dharma as light. Once you give so much dharma, it's automatically going to erase the darkness because light in a dark place sheds light. So when you share your light, when you're shedding light, when you're helping people, when you're giving out so much information, when you're giving out so much techniques, when you're actually increasing the vibration on this planet, whether you're touching one person or touching millions, that dharma is going to help erase some of the negative effects of karma. And furthermore, once you give so much dharma, the most dharma that you can give is from an enlightened perspective. So you become enlightened, you give dharma, that's going to automatically erase your karma. So hopefully this video has helped you understand karma get a greater grasp of what karma is. If you want more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my website, SAliMyers.com. Click on events and consultation to see the various workshops that we have to offer. And if you're interested in a personal one-on-one consultation with myself, you can find that information as well. So until next time, this has been Ali. Peace.